Hey guys, welcome to the NHL 16 team selection. Whatever team wins this tournament / bracket or whatever is going to be the team I control in NHL 16 for my GM mode. So I put all 30 teams into a tournament bracket sort of thing, and it's seed the teams into like 2 teams per matchup, and whatever team wins moves on to the second round and keeps on moving up if you win. And so for the spinner, I would spin it like this, and it'd point to the bottom because yellow equals bottom, and the bottom team of the matchup would go on to the next round, and vice versa with the top one too. So our first, the New York Rangers and the Arizona Coyotes are the byes. I didn't choose them, it just seeded them that way. So the first matchup is the Edmonton Oilers versus the San Jose Sharks. Spin this. Looks like the Edmonton Oilers are going on to the second round to face the New York Rangers. Submit scores. Okay, so our second matchup in the first round is the Pittsburgh Penguins versus the LA Kings. Looks like the LA Kings are moving on to the second round. Our next matchup is the Anaheim Ducks versus the Vancouver Canucks. Looks like the Anaheim Ducks are going on to the second round to face the LA Kings. Our next matchup is the Buffalo Sabres versus the Montreal Canadiens. Looks like the Buffalo Sabres are going on to the second round. Our next matchup is the New Jersey Devils versus the Nashville Predators. Looks like the Nashville Predators are going on to the second round to face the Buffalo Sabres. Our next matchup is the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Minnesota Wild. Looks like the Minnesota Wild are going on to the second round. Our next matchup is the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Philadelphia Flyers. Looks like the Philadelphia Flyers are going on to the second round to face the Minnesota Wild. Our next matchup is the New York Islanders versus the Ottawa Senators. Looks like the New York Islanders are going on to the second round to face the Arizona Coyotes. Our next matchup is the St. Louis Blues versus the Washington Capitals. Looks like the Washington Capitals are going on to the second round. Our next matchup is the Calgary Flames versus the Chicago Blackhawks. Looks like the Chicago Blackhawks are going on to the second round to face the Washington Capitals. Our next matchup is the Columbus Blue Jackets versus the Boston Bruins. Looks like the Columbus Blue Jackets are going on to the second round. Our next matchup is the Florida Panthers versus the Colorado Avalanche. Looks like the Colorado Avalanche are going on to the second round to face the Columbus Blue Jackets. Our next matchup is the Detroit Red Wings versus the Dallas Stars. The bottom team has won mainly. Oh, it looks like the Detroit Red Wings are going on to the second round. Our last matchup of the first round is the Winnipeg Jets versus the Carolina Hurricanes. Looks like the Carolina Hurricanes are going to be the last team to move on from the first round to face the Detroit Red Wings in the second round. So our first round is complete, and looks like it's a pretty good one. And so the second round, our first second round matchup is the New York Rangers versus the Edmonton Oilers. Looks like the Edmonton Oilers are going on to the third round. Our next matchup is the LA Kings versus the Anaheim Ducks. Looks like the Anaheim Ducks are going on to the third round to face the Edmonton Oilers. Our next matchup is the Buffalo Sabres versus the Nashville Predators. Looks like the Nashville Predators are going on to the third round. Our next matchup is the Minnesota Wild versus the Philadelphia Flyers. Looks like the Philadelphia Flyers are going on to the third round to face the Nashville Predators. Our next matchup is the Arizona Coyotes versus the New York Islanders. Looks like the New York Islanders are going on to the third round. The next matchup is the Washington Capitals versus the Chicago Blackhawks. Looks like the Chicago Blackhawks are going on to the third round to face the New York Islanders. Our next matchup is the Columbus Blue Jackets versus the Colorado Avalanche. Looks like the Colorado Avalanche are going on to the third round. Our last matchup of the second round is the Detroit Red Wings versus the Carolina Hurricanes. Looks like the Carolina Hurricanes are going on to the third round to face the Colorado Avalanche. Now our second round is over, and our first matchup is the Edmonton Oilers versus the Anaheim Ducks. Looks like the Edmonton Oilers are going on to the semifinals. Our next matchup is the Nashville Predators versus the Philadelphia Flyers. Looks like the Nashville Predators are going on to the semifinals to face the Edmonton Oilers. Our next matchup is the New York Islanders versus the Chicago Blackhawks. Looks like the New York Islanders are going on to the semifinals. Our last matchup of the third round is the Colorado Avalanche versus the Carolina Hurricanes. The Carolina Hurricanes are going on to the semifinals to face the New York Islanders. Now that our third round is over, there's only one Canadian team remaining. Our first oh, I forgot to do that. There we go. Now, our first matchup in the semifinals is the Edmonton Oilers versus the Nashville Predators. Looks like the Edmonton Oilers are going to the finals. Our last matchup of the semifinals is the New York Islanders versus the Carolina Hurricanes. Looks like the Carolina Hurricanes are going on to the finals to face the Edmonton Oilers. Our finals matchup is the Edmonton Oilers versus the Carolina Hurricanes. Let's see who wins. Looks like the Carolina Hurricanes are the team I'm going to play as, or manage in NHL 16. It's going to need a lot of rebuilding. So that was my NHL 16 team selection. Remember to subscribe and like this video for more NHL 16 gameplay, more NHL 16 GM mode, and Red Dead Redemption gameplay, and GTA 5 commentary. See ya.